Hey, how's it going? Saturday night, still again, we're back. I'm back, and guess what time it is? It's time for this. It's time for this. Here we go. Look at that, guys. This is the start. This is the so-called Star Sand review. Star Sand beer, Jake's Star Sand beer. Basically, it fermented 8 days. It did ferment wildly for the first 48, 36 hours. Really good. And then even the hops pushed right up to right underneath the airlock, right up to the top, right up to the bottom of the airlock. When I took the airlock off to the dry hopping 36 hours later, there was a big cake of hops stuck in the top of the carboy. Anyways, it fermented 8 days. I bottle conditioned it for 7 days, and then I chucked it in the fridge and cooled it off. I cooled her down for 48 hours. What do you think of that? So what do you think of that? Let's get ready to give this a pour. It's the Star Sand beer review from Jake and Dar. This is my own homemade beer. It's part of the Brew Club. 17 Brew Crew in the house. Cheers, everybody. 17. Got a fresh glass. Here it goes. The first one. Ooh, nice little poppy. Oh, let's give it a pour and see what we got. There goes nothing, everybody. I'm so nervous. No, just kidding. Let's give it a pour. The Star Sand beer. There's really only about 4 milliliters of Star Sand in the whole batch. Not pouring it vigorously enough. I'm not getting much of a head on this guy. Well, I couldn't get all that one in, so that's alright. There, what do you think of that? There's the color of it. So there's the color of it. What do you think of that? That's basically the color of it, yeah. It's kind of like a light ale color. Well, it's only been bottle conditioning for 7 days. So not real long. I got more in the closet that'll keep bottle conditioning for, you know, another week, another 2 weeks, another 3 weeks, whatever, right? But anyways, there she be. Turned out pretty clear. It's just slightly, very, very slightly cloudy. Okay, well, let's just give it a snort and then we'll see how she goes from there. Oh my God. Oh, I can't believe how well those Simcoe hops are coming out of that. That's what I smell. Oh man, talk about awesome. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it's like taking the bag. It's almost like taking the bag of hops, like the little bag of 1 ounce of hops I had, and just smelling it right from the bag. You guys know, some of you guys know what the fresh hops smell from right from the bag. You get that nice, really kind of a distinct, you know, very up your nose smell, you know, like this is what I'm getting. I'm getting this out of here. I guess the Simcoe hops are really good for aroma, right? Yeah. Let's taste it. Here goes. You know what? Okay, well, it does have a maltiness to it because I did put the old grains to it. It has quite a bit of bitterness, and it's got some maltiness to it. It's actually got quite a bit of hop bitterness to it. It's not bad. I gotta admit, I'll be honest now. This is my own beer. I'm gonna be honest. This is my own beer, but I'm not gonna go rating it super high just because I made it. I'm gonna give you my honest review here. It does have a very, very minor slight, just a very minor slight off bitterness. in there. There's a very slight off bitterness in there that you can taste. I'm thinking that it's probably because, right? It's probably because I used you know, relatively inexpensive extract. You know, that extract I showed you for that was $10. You know, not really high quality extract, but you know, there's a slight off bitterness. But in the end, like, you know, the hops from the Simcoe hops come through. They come through a little bit in the aftertaste, and they actually get you actually get a kind of a nice flavor from the Simcoe hops. And there is some maltiness to it, so it's a good thing that I put some grains to it, right? And, you know, steep some grains out of it, right? I could drink it. I gotta say that it's not one of the better brews that I've made. I think that the partial grain West Coast IPA or West Coast Pale Ale that I made was probably a little bit better. Definitely a little bit better. This is not bad though. This is one of those brews that as long as it's cold, it tastes pretty damn good. It's not, you know, it's not bad. Yeah. If it wasn't for that slight off bitterness, then it would be a great brew. But okay, I'm still going to give it a little bit higher than a passing mark. I'm going to push, you know, it's you know, as for my own homemade friggin' beer. Definitely when it's cold, it's good, and it's easy to drink when it's cold, ice cold, when it's really cold. Guess I'll push this one at about a. I'm gonna set this one in my own personal opinion at about a 3 out of 5. I'm gonna put it at 3 out of 5. A little bit higher than the passing mark. Not a brilliant brew, but still drinkable. Unfortunately, it didn't turn out to be one of my best brews ever, guys. But what the hell, right? You know, it's worth a try. And I get a little bit of a filminess in the mouth, but that's probably from the hops. I guess the hops have a little bit of oil in them, an oily to them, probably. It's well carbonated too. It's quite well carbonated. All right, so this is the Star San beer. This is the beer I accidentally put the Star San mix in, and now this is about 3 weeks of aging. And let's give it another try and just to see if there's any difference after aging for 3 weeks in the closet. I just put it in the fridge like Thursday night. Yeah, late Thursday night I put it in the fridge. Well, that one didn't pop very hard. Too much, or not enough airspace, right? There's the glass. Huh? Let's give it a go. Look, check it out. Watch. Now watch this, though. So, I didn't get a lot of head on that, but I mean, look. It's not even that cloudy for pouring the whole thing up. It's, you know, got a slight cloudiness to it, but you can still see through it a little bit. So, I mean, there wasn't much sediment. Very little. Very, very minor amount. Let's give it another quick sniff here. So the aroma of the Simcoe hops has died down a little bit. They're not as pungent, or, like, you know, they're not as strong as when I first cracked it 1 week. They've died down a little bit, the aroma. So give it a little bit of a taste here. Ah. Well, you know, it still has that slight off bitterness, though. It still has it. But I don't know. There's not a lot of difference in the flavor. Everybody keeps telling me that home beer ages, if you leave it sit, you know, it ages and tastes better. But I have yet to really realize that. Maybe we're just talking about all grain beers. Maybe, eh? No kits. No. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, I can still taste the Simcoe hops. I mean, they're still there. And you get out of here. Take a hike, bud. Go. And they're still there, but there's also that very, very minor kind of slight off sour bitterness. It's not really bad. I mean, when it's cold, it's drinkable, but I think the difference is that I put the water in the cooler this time around the fermenter, but I didn't put the ice packs in. I didn't put the ice packs in this time to keep it cool. Oh, for frig's sakes, why didn't I do that? Seriously. Anyways, I'm not finding a whole lot of difference in this aged brew. This is 3 weeks now, and it hasn't really improved any. It's I think I would still set it at keep it at that 3 out of 5 that I gave it, maybe a 2.75 between just a little above a passing mark, but that's okay. You win some, you lose some. Yeah, thanks a lot. Anyways, I'll get this posted, and you guys keep your mugs full. Thanks for hanging about, and sorry this took so long. There you go. There you have it. Cheers, everybody.